We just want to address some of the criticisms we had about the video that we made about our, what we thought was an appalling treatment by Princess Cruises on Saturday when our trip got cancelled at the very last minute. So I think it's really incumbent upon us to explain that we're not actually criticising Princess because they cancelled the cruise.
Absolutely not. That's not what the video was about. The video was about the way that we were treated in the 7 hours, and I'll say that again, 7 hours that we were kept waiting in the terminal. So we checked in around about 11:30.
Yeah.
All right. We didn't hear anything at all till maybe 3ish, and all they said is that embarkation had been delayed due to operational reasons, right? That was all we got told, right? All we had was water, right? Then, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half later, we got another thing saying our update is we have no update.
Which is fair
right?
enough,
Yeah, and that's
fair enough in the fact that it was good to keep us informed. But I'm a flight attendant, and we find ourselves in delay situations, and we like to give our passengers updates
on a regular
basis, even if there is no further information.
Absolutely.
The fact is the cruise line knew what the situation was. They just chose not to tell us.
Yeah.
Not only that, but we spoke to one of the officers that was in the terminal, who was an IT officer, that looked us in the eye and said it was not a virus-related issue.
Yeah, he actually told me. So the IT manager, IT officer, right, looked me straight in the eye, and I said, "Is this virus-related?" He said, "I can categorically tell you this is not virus-related." Right? Categorically tell you this is not virus related. This is the main system and the subsystem. They're not talking to each other. There's issues with it. We've flown a crew in from, I think he said Santa Cruz, at 5 a.m. that Saturday morning, and they've been working all day to fix it, right? He then says, and I shouldn't tell you this, but we've actually managed to fix one of them, so we're just working now to fix the other ones. I then said, what's the confidence level that this cruise is going to go ahead? And he said, well, I don't know for sure, he said, but I think it will. I think it will, so, right? Do you know what I mean? No mention of CDC, no mention of virus or anything like that, okay?
So what we should mention is, at this point, is that this was off the record. It wasn't information that was being volunteered to the thousands of other people in the terminal. This was just off the record, but nevertheless, it was a lie. Now, if we go fast forward then to around 4:15, we were going to be told that there was going to be a final decision at 5 o'clock.
Yep.
5 o'clock went past, and 5:35 until we actually got another announcement. So that, again, is bad management. It's poor management of the whole situation. We were promised that we'd have an update at 5 o'clock, and it never came. And when it did come, and this is what really kind of irked me, is the fact that the lady that delivered the announcement was just totally out of her depth. There was no empathy. It was very matter of fact, and it was damn right cold. She did not care, or she did not at least show that she cared about the fact that thousands of people's vacation had just been cancelled and ruined.
Absolutely. She read it off her phone. She had a pre-prepared statement, and that's fine. I get that you've got to read the official statement, but you can add your own personal style to it. So, for example, ladies and gentlemen, I have the announcement, and I'm really sorry to tell you that the cruise has been cancelled. We sincerely apologise, blah, blah, blah. Those, I am really sorry, I sincerely apologise. Those words did not exist. Those words were not said. She didn't preface it with anything like that. And she just said...
And to say, I'm just a messenger is absolutely appalling.
Disgraceful. And that is what our video is about, right? That is what we were trying to get across, is the way that we were treated. 7 hours in a terminal, very little, a bag of chips or a bag of chocolate and some water.
In the video, you might have heard a few very, very frustrated people. Ivan was one of them.
Yep, absolutely.
But before that point, we were not getting any information about accommodation or anything for that particular night. It was 7 p.m. There was lots of families. We were not getting any information whatsoever about accommodation, and that was Ivan just trying to get some answers, and he was being ignored.
Absolutely. So, you know, I would love to, for the people that are watching this that thought or watched the previous video and thought that I was out of order in what I was saying, I would like you to put yourself in my shoes,
hopefully
right?
Put into context as well. Now, we absolutely love cruising. We are not
We're
first-time
absolutely
cruisers
loyal
at all.
cruisers, yeah.
We are loyal cruisers, and
We've done
you know,
15 cruises.
15 cruises.
Right?
I know that's not very many cruises compared to some people. I know some people do tens of.
But we love
sometimes-
cruising, right?
and sometimes hundreds.
Yeah, absolutely. But we
Okay,
love cruising. So to be very clear, we love it.
So, what we want to say is we understand. I guess it's almost tribalism and the support that people have for the cruise lines in this very difficult time. But you should still be open-minded enough to realise that sometimes they get it wrong, and on this occasion, Princess Cruises got it wrong.
They did.
Anyway, we'd also like to address some of the comments from some of you guys that's saying that we shouldn't really have gone on the cruise in the first place. Now, it's really important to say that the advisories from our government and from the governments around the world that cruising is still okay. And we had nothing from the UK government that said that we shouldn't have gone on a cruise. And it's really important to state that if that was the case, we would not have done it, because simply put, we would not have been insured.
Absolutely. We booked our cruise a year ago. All right, as a lot of people book it in advance. We actually contacted Princess in the days in the run up to the cruise to ask for their confirmation that the cruise was going ahead. Blah 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 blah. Their advice, although be it very very minimal, was still that the cruise was going ahead and we should turn up and rock up to the terminal and check in as normal.
We were and still are confident about going on a cruise in the current climate. We should really make that clear. Now, we would totally understand that if people have concerns, we understand that, and especially if you fall into an at-risk group, then absolutely we totally respect your decision to
Not cruise,
you know. And if we were in your position as well, then we wouldn't do that as well. But we are not in that at-risk group, and I think generally speaking regarding the coronavirus, I think we do run the risk of overreacting.
You know, we don't take anything away from the seriousness of it and for the people that have lost their lives from it, okay? But we're fit and healthy people. We choose to live our lives in a normal way until we're told otherwise, and that includes going on vacation, because that's what this is. This was our vacation that we've been planning for a year, okay? And so why would we not go? And we did. We were apprehensive when we arrived at the terminal, I think it's fair to say, weren't we? We didn't know what to expect.
The reason why we were apprehensive was because we didn't want to be on
a ghost ship.
And
absolutely.
What we can say is that whilst it definitely wasn't going to be a full sailing, there were lots of people in the terminal, and you know, from our point of view, it actually looked like it was going to be a great group of people on the cruise.
It was a really good environment in the terminal, right? It was a great environment. It really was. I have never experienced. Normally, you go and you check in. It's an unusual situation to be kept in a holding area.
Yeah.
So to be allowed to kind of see the people that you're going to be cruising with, because we're all waiting there together, was really great, and everyone looked up for it. They were excited. It was amazing, and that only adds to our disappointment, doesn't it, that we weren't able to cruise. You know, so we just wanted to address that point. You know what I mean? So you know that we've had comments around why would you want to go on a floating petri dish, blah 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 blah. You know, we are sensible people, clearly. You know,
let's put into perspective. You know, cruise ship environments are. They are very susceptible to viruses. We know about neurovirus, etc., etc. So this is nothing new, per se.
Not at all. So, you know, and we know the risk, and the risk is that have existed. These are not new risks, okay? Generally, in terms of medical advice, wash your hands, stay clean, look after yourself. You know,
we don't have pre-existing.
And we don't have pre-existing conditions. So we just wanted to address that point, okay, to the people that have raised an issue around that. So, you know, we're all across social media, aren't we?
We are. No. So if you want to follow us on Facebook, we're on Facebook, the Globeguys, but we'd also like you to subscribe to us on YouTube as well.
Absolutely.
So you can do so by hitting that subscription button. You can also hit the bell notification button as well, so you get instant notification whenever we drop new content, because we love to do hotel reviews, flight reviews, destination vlogs, showing you guys what we get up to in places around the world.
Yeah, we love to travel, all right? So, yep, subscribe, hit the bell, like us on Facebook. We've also got a website,
www.globeguys.com.
Yeah, all right, so thank you very much for watching, all right?
Hopefully we'll see you again soon.
See you later, bye.
Bye.